Is. Let's see, I am John Lee with St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association here with my wonderful wife, Laura Lee, over there. And let's see, today, what is it? Today is December 12th, 2025. And let's see, we do have a few things going on here. Let's see here. I guess we could go ahead probably and let Laura go ahead and give her disclaimer, and then we'll get started here. I guess that's the way we should start today. So, Laura, you want to go ahead and do that, and then we'll get started here?
Sounds good. Let's see here. Good morning and welcome, everyone. First, I'd like to do a bit of housekeeping. Please feel free to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak. Please be mindful of everyone else by muting yourself while others are speaking. You're welcome to put any contact information that you want to share into the chat. We meet here to share deals, look for deals and solutions we have in need with our real estate. We are not your financial advisors, attorney, or accountants. We do not endorse or recommend any specific solutions or contractors here. You're advised to do your own due diligence to your own satisfaction before you invest. The first Friday of each month is Ask the Attorney with Ms. Catherine Davis. Our meetings are typically recorded, so only share what you want others to know.
Thank you, Laura. Well, let's see here. A lot of stuff going on. We do have a special guest here. I see Miss Ella Gross just came in. She's gonna tell us about some things in St. Louis here that we can all. I know a lot of us are landlords, some of us aren't, but a lot of us are. And she's going to tell us about some stuff that's going on right now. This is very relevant. And thank you for joining us here, Ella. Are you there? Yeah, there you
Here,
are.
yeah. Hi, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to come and speak to you all. My name is Ella Gross, and I work for a organization called Tower Grove Community Development Corporation. We are a nonprofit real estate development corporation. So we do things like we are do new construction. If you're ever near the Bevo Mill, you'll see our new project going up directly across the street from there, which is a 64 unit senior affordable housing development. We're property managers and landlords ourselves. We own about 100 units of rental property that we've all added to our portfolio through buying vacant or abandoned properties and doing selective rehabs on those properties and keeping those as a part of our rental portfolio. And then the third thing that we do is the program that I manage, which is called Homescreen. So Homescreen is a web-based software that provides free tenant screening to any and all landlords who are interested. So I'd like to invite you all to check out Homescreen. We do a free, like I said, free for you background screening that includes a credit report, criminal background check, national criminal background check, national eviction search. We do income verification and rental history verification for the last 5 years. So we'd love to have more people use us for screening. Like I said, say it the third time, totally free for you all to use, and can take a little bit of effort in tenant screening off of your plate. But what I'm really here to talk about today, what John invited me here to talk about today, is a part of that home screen program. We have a additional layer on top of that software that we call Arch by Homescreen. So Arch by Homescreen is an acronym for At-Risk Renters Connection to Housing. And as a part of our mission as a nonprofit, we have over the years developed Homescreen from just a traditional tenant screening software to also have this additional layer where landlords can list their properties and connect with our network of nonprofit organizations to help the clients that they find housing. And I see Miss Linda just got on, so she's aware of all of these programs. So what we're doing this month and for the first couple of months of next year is we are working with the city of St. Louis to help them find housing for people who have been affected by the tornado. So the city is in the process of launching a rental assistance program for people who lost their housing during the tornado, where people will qualify for two levels of rental assistance. The first will cover 12 months of rent, so a full year of rent, and the second level will cover 5 months plus a security deposit, so equivalent of 5 months plus security or 6 months rent. And so, with that being said, we are hoping that as many landlords as possible will join us in helping house these people, and join Arch by Homescreen. List your properties on there so that once someone is approved for this rental assistance, they can really quickly find housing, so that they don't lose that rental assistance. They have 30 days to find housing after they're approved. Otherwise, they lose that opportunity because they're trying to help other people in need. So, I guess I can pause there for a moment. I don't want to take up all the time today, but if anyone is interested in learning more about the screening that we offer, about this tornado program, about Arch by Homescreen in general, I'm always happy to connect with landlords and help answer questions. If okay, John, I can take a few moments to see if anyone has questions now too.
Okay, that's great. And what's the best way to get a hold of you, Ella?
Yeah. I will drop my email and phone number in the chat here, and then I'll also drop the link where you can register for Homescreen. So if anyone's interested, I'll provide the links there so that you can go ahead and get registered. And then my landlord support specialist on my team, JC, she can reach out to you directly after anyone registers as well.
Okay, Ella, thank you. That would be very helpful. And could you also maybe mention that verbally for anybody watching our replay? Because
Of
we have,
course, yeah. My email address is my first name, Ella, ELLA, at Tower Grove CDC, like cat dog cat.org. So it's Ella at Tower Grove CDC.org.
C.org. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, and if you could put that in the chat too with that link, that would be very helpful. Because I know there's a lot of people that this would be very good for. And we really appreciate you taking your time today, come in and talk to us, Ella.
Yeah,
Very helpful.
absolutely. And just to say one more thing about the tornado program, the city has already allocated money for 130 families at either one of those two rental assistance levels. So the properties do need to be located in the city for that particular program. But they are trying to get 130 families housed before the end of the year. So it's really short timing. It will definitely bleed over into January. But there's a sense of urgency that they want to make sure people are housed for the holidays and have that stability in place through the winter. So yeah, I will go ahead and put those links in now.
Thank you very much.
Quick question.
Mhm.
I assume it'll be different family sizes looking for different sizes of places to live.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So our goal is to have as much variety and as many different options for people on our platform, so that we can hopefully find something for everyone.
Great. You said there's 130 families already been accounted for as far as funding goes?
They have funding set aside for 130 families in this first round. And then my understanding is that once that's used up, this month and next month, they'll continue to look for and allocate more funding too.
Okay, and this is in the city limits of St. Louis, which covers a wide area, correct?
And yes, that's for that particular rent assistance, but Homescreen, if anyone's looking for free tenant screening, we can do that for properties anywhere.
All right, very good. We really appreciate you coming in, Ella. It's a very, very needed service. And I know you guys are working really hard this time of year because the tornadoes are still with us. I mean, even though it's been back in May, we're still dealing with a lot of the after effects of that. So we really appreciate you coming in and sharing that with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I'm sorry,
Ella.
I have a question, Ella.
Mhm.
So I just obtained a property in the area where the tornadoes were hit, but we actually do not live in St. Louis. So will we still be able to take advantage of the program, even though we're going to be landlords, but we actually do not live in St. Louis?
Yeah, absolutely. What's great about our software too is that it's all web-based. So it's all online. You can sign up, you can list your properties. do the screening through us, and then be able to participate in this program. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm. Renee, do I have your email, or are you planning on sending that to me? I see your message in the chat.
Yeah, and,
Oh,
that's it is.
my bad. I didn't put the email. I just put the address of the name of the LLC, but it's the same thing at gmail.com.
Okay,
But I'll put it in the chat for you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It did look like the process was pretty easy to sign up. I went and looked at it, and I really encourage everybody, if you're a landlord, even if you don't have something available right now, because you know how things come up at the spur of the moment sometimes, go ahead and get registered, and that way you'll be on the list, which I think
Yep,
is very helpful. Yeah.
yep, absolutely.
And there, I see you put that in there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good. Anybody else have any questions for Ella? I know she's on taking her valuable time, which it is to be here with us, and we really appreciate that. But we want to be respectful of her time also. So if anybody else has anything, this is a great time to get your questions answered. But you've been very helpful, very thorough, and I mean, as far as explaining it, and I really appreciate it.
Yep, thanks again.
All right. Feel free to come back every week too. We've met here we're in our 6th year now, and we haven't missed a Friday yet. And holidays have always fell just right for us. So we don't plan on missing any soon. We've been all over the country and we still show up somehow.
Awesome. Yeah, we have some exciting news coming next year too. So
Okay.
I would love to come back and talk to you guys about that as well.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Sarah's okay. She said you'd be emailing. Yeah, Sarah, I had a chance to look up Pride Cleaning when you came in the other day, or last week. I was kind of thinking about that. And the guy who came and talked to our group was Jim Schubert. Do you happen to know him?
Yes, that's the owner. Yep,
That's
yep.
the
He's the
okay.
owner and president. He mentioned that too, John. He mentioned he's like, I think I've actually presented for them before, and I thought he was thinking of someone else, but he did. So
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, it's been a couple years, and I knew it was very
Good.
familiar when you mentioned that. I thought,
Yeah.
boy, I got to look that up, and I did, and it was Jim. Yeah, he's a very nice
Yeah,
guy.
he's
Uh-huh.
very nice. And they've been in business since 1987.
Yeah.
Pride Cleaning and Restoration. Yes. So
Wow.
they're fantastic. They're
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you guys could do another little presentation for us. Maybe we could put something together here, even in the next few weeks. Even I don't know how you're.
I would love that. Yeah, just let me know what works best for you guys. What date?
Yeah, well, we'll do that, and then we can we can break it down a little bit. I went back and watched his. We put all the replays on YouTube, but they kind of get buried after a couple of years because we've got
Yeah.
like 600 videos now, which is
Yeah.
kind of amazing. So
That's
very
great.
nice. Tell Jim hi.
I will. I will do that. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Was anybody? Let's see. Okay, I'm not having a great Friday communication. Uh-oh, Renee's not having a good communication wise Friday. Yeah, I know how that is sometimes. Let's see. See. Okay, and Sarah, it looks like Missy's trying to get a hold of you, I guess. Um, let's see. Missy, are you there? Yeah, there you are. Would you like to just mention your services for David's services for us?
Yeah, so we're a property management company, and we help you start with, the property investors, or just whether you have one and you just need someone to, screen your tenants, get them in. We offer guarantees with it, but we do it from the ground up, occupancy inspections, the whole 9 yards. We take them right on through, get their tenant in place, and then we just make sure that they're getting paid each month.
Very nice. And what's the best way to get a hold of you, Missy?
You can reach me at 573-332-7686, extension 306. That is my office line. And then you can also reach me by email at missy@sotops.com, and I'll drop everything down here below.
Thank you. And you had a property for sale, if I remember right.
I do.
Multifamily. Do you still have that, or you want to tell us about that if you do?
I do. So 2209 to 2211 Jewel Street over here in St. Louis. immediate cash flow looking to come in at you. We got half of the 4 complex rented out right now. We're working on getting another one rented, and then we're going to use the top floor. It's vacant. That way we can tour and take looks at it as well. There's some really good things going on. It has a new sewer lateral on the outside yard, and then a sewer stack that's been replaced as well. But both of those are pretty well make ready, move in, do what you got to do.
Excellent. And you gave that address. What was that address again?
2209
Uh-huh.
-2211 Jules, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, if you don't mind putting that in the chat also for people to write down, that's very helpful. We appreciate that, Missy.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything you'd like to buy or sell today? Anybody working on anything that they you have any questions on or looking for referrals? Any service providers or contractors, anything like that? This is a good time of year to get a lot of stuff done. Kind of in between a lot of people on holidays. I think it's one of my most favorite times of year. Somebody say something there?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, James, there you are. Yeah, we can hear you.
This is James. Can you guys? Oh, how you doing? Yeah, I'm having issues too. Probably mostly operator error, I guess. But anyway, about Missy, what is the asking price on that multifamily?
Right now we're at 500,000.
550. Okay.
And didn't you say that was wasn't that partially rented too? Wasn't there a couple of tenants in there now?
Yes, and they've been with us for quite a while. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied. And they're really good tenants as well, so that's a good thing. And then we're looking to place one in the bottom left-hand side of it as well.
Very good.
Okay.
And then we do have another one for sale that I'll be able to tell you about next week. That'll be coming up.
Oh, great. Very good. We'll look forward to hearing about that one too, Missy.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay. Thanks.
A lot of good opportunities, and now there's also maybe some qualified built-in renters also. I mean, get your name on the list over at on Ella's site there, and I encourage everybody to do that, even if you don't have anything available right now, because I know they do a lot of good work, and this is something because things do come up like that. So, very good. All right. Anybody else have anything exciting they're working on right now? Anybody have anything not exciting that they'd like to share with us? Some of the most excitement is some of the things we don't think is exciting, but other people do.
So I'll share what we're working on here at SODO that's kind of exciting, at least to me and one of the other girls. We recently started a TikTok page, and as of today, we're hoping to start putting out some TikToks, and we're going to also link it into our Facebook page just to kind of get our name out there. And anybody that wants to come out and check it out, please feel free. We love interaction, so it'll be fun.
All right. Do you have a link for your TikTok page that you could share with us, Missy?
I don't, but I will next week. Let me get it for you. It's just under SODO Property Solutions right now.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very nice.
I have to get Dave on there to dance.
Yes, I was going to just say, I remember seeing some videos of Dave out there dancing before, so I don't know. I don't think that was on TikTok, but that would be a good place.
How about that one? So, John, they asked me, can they do one? I said, I don't know, can you? So, are you capable? Sure. I don't know.
Well, nowadays you never know with all the AI going on. We don't know if you gave permission or if Missy just put you on there. So that'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Is that the link? I think I just found you guys. I'm going to follow you from the Landlord Apps account on TikTok. Is it SODO Property Solutions? Just all one word?
Let me pull it up real fast.
Sure looks like their logo.
So it's going to have a picture of the girl that helped set it up as of right now, but it's gonna, I don't know,
Okay.
it's not showing up. It's just going to say Soto Property Solutions and then at soto.property.sol.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe not that one then.
Looks like you have another one.
Are you telling me
See
we
if I
have
can
one
send
before?
it to myself.
It looks like it.
There's two. There's one that's all one word, Soto Property Solutions, no dots. And then and that one has 21 followers. And there's Soto Property Solutions, soto.property.sol, which I see a woman with glasses and like a
Yep, that's
black.
the one.
Yeah, okay.
And I just got that link over to my email. Let me drop it in the chat for you guys.
Great. Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, looks like Brian's pretty good with finding that stuff quick.
Well, I run an AI company and product, John, so I use a lot of
Yes.
technology.
So is this really you this time, Brian, or is this AI?
Well, I was gonna try to do like a robot thing, but I think that's a little outdated. You never know, John. I could be a million I could be a hologram.
Yeah, I know it's so hard to tell anymore, isn't it? It's just that sounds like a regular office phone. I remember those. All right, very good. Thank you. Appreciate you guys sharing that. And TikTok's fun. It's something I've never used much. We got a presence there, but I don't know how to put anything on there half the time unless I'm on my phone, which I don't use very much. So I guess maybe I should need to.
That was me, John.
You too,
Sorry
James. Huh?
about that. I got a call from somebody that asked me do I want to sell a property I don't own? So
The answer is always yes. Always. And then you find out if you can get that under contract and sell it to them. See, you can be the middleman and do everybody good that way.
Okay, well, that's a good thought. I didn't think about that.
Always yes.
No,
It's just like if a new person asks me if I accept a certain form of payment, such as we've had pop money come up and all kinds of different stuff, and my answer is always yes, and then I figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Same thing if the property's for sale. Everything's for sale.
I have two things anyway. I want to talk with Brian later on. Dan and I would like to maybe get some insight on AI, so we can get your number and we can maybe talk after later on or whenever it might be. But we'd like to talk to you about the AI.
Yeah, happy to, James. I'll drop my name and number and email in the chat here.
And Brian, you're going to be talking to our group in January, correct?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I run Landlord Ops. It's
okay.
AI-powered property management assistant for independent landlords who like to self-manage. And yeah, I'll be doing a presentation here. I believe it's the 20th. Is that when the meeting is? Does that sound right?
Sounds right. I don't have my calendar runs out in December here, my paper one, so I don't
Mine
know.
does too. I'm exactly.
Oh, let me
the same
see. I
way.
got one over here.
Yeah. Holidays is like a big hill, and then I can't really see over it until, we're through it.
Right.
But yeah, talking about how to use artificial intelligence for landlords, what are the easiest tools, really nothing that'll glaze your eyes over, just real actionable stuff.
Very good. Yeah, that is the 20th. It is the 20th. I just had to double check here. I'm not ready for that calendar yet, but we're really, really close.
Yeah, I've already got people booking things out for February and March, and I'm thinking, let me get through holidays, but yeah.
Yep. I guess that's the good thing about the calendar on my computer, which I don't like, but I use it because that keeps me all in line for what's coming up next year. But I still like my paper one. I like to write stuff down. So AI is not going to fix that for me anytime soon, I don't think. Let's see here. Okay, Marlon can't talk today. I can't really talk here because of the location, but he specializes in houses under 100,000. Okay. Yeah, if you can come and talk, you're welcome to share that with us. I see you got a website in there, so anybody wants to click on that, feel free to do so. Let's see, Renee had some people asking about my apartment and my landlord owns in a 10-unit building. You want to clarify that for us, Renee? What that?
Oh, when somebody asked about selling, I've had a couple of people ask if I wanted to sell my property, which is my apartment in my 10-unit building that my landlord owns. And my answer is always, sure, but I don't think my landlord would appreciate it.
You just have to get a good price. Just get the offer and find out. You never know. Find out what he wants and split the difference.
Yeah, I get postcards in the mail all the time for houses that my son David Jr. owned 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And so they're willing to buy it. So okay, good.
How is David Jr.? Yeah, he talked to our group many years ago.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He lives up in Eureka. He's finally settled down. Well, it's been a little bit. Finally settled down and has a couple little ones. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
So you're a grandfather then?
Yeah, well, been a grandfather. I'm a great grandfather too. But what's
Oh.
funny is his kids are younger than my great grandchildren. So
Oh my. Okay.
I can't imagine being in my early 50s and having a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Wow.
But that's what he's doing.
Well, good for him.
More
Yeah,
power
good
to
to hear
him.
that. Yeah, he came in, if I remember, he talked to our group many years ago, and he's a veteran, if I remember right.
He is, yes.
He had some properties he was talking about, and I think it was in St. Louis County. Is
In
that
St.
correct?
Anne.
St. Anne, that's it. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the ones I still get. I have a nice picture of the house in St. Anne. Going, hey, we'd like to buy your property.
Well, you should sell it. Just find out what kind of money they're offering because you never know. All right, let's see. Okay, Jerry Akins, I'm sorry. Looking forward to being in real estate. Wants to start with the right way with the least amount of losses. Well, that's what we all like to do is not lose too much. That's one reason we meet here, though, too. Here to learn, and thank you for showing up. We appreciate you being here. This is a great place to ask questions, listen and learn. A lot of people do that. We do have the Catherine Davis, our attorney, come in once a month, first Friday of every month. She will not be here, though, the first one in January, because she's going to be in a cruise out of the country, not thinking about anything as far as real estate goes. And we wish her a very well-rested and good time with her husband. So, and they're not going on a Disney cruise this time, she said. Last time they went with their grandkids on a Disney cruise, and she said her husband was about ready to jump off the ship. So I don't know what happened there, but I've only been on one Disney cruise and they were a lot of fun. But it just depends, I guess, on what you're looking for when you get there. But she will be back the first week in February is our plan. In the meantime, there's a lot of good replays too that we have of her over the last couple of years. I mean, she's the one that actually helped to start our group here back when COVID was, during we didn't know what to do with the moratoriums and all the stuff going on. So Kathy helped us do that when we couldn't meet in person. And since then, we've just continued every week since then. That was like I have to look back, but I think it was April the 20th, if I remember right, of 2020. And so anyway, so we're still meeting and having fun and learning stuff as we go along and doing some good networking. So Dana and James, you have your hand raised. You could got
Yeah, I
something?
did. I read something on online. It must be true because it was on there. But I see what they said. The state legislature is I guess in January talking about passing a bill to allow landlords to charge their tenants for utilities. I guess that's utilities that the landlord pays. They said they have a formula you can use to figure out how to charge. I guess in multi-units, I would imagine. I mean, maybe Dave might be familiar with something like that coming down the pipe. I don't know.
I saw that. I'm not sure what it's all about because we already charge tenants for the utilities. I mean, they either put them in their own names or where we can't. We add it to their ledger. Even for multifamily where there's just one meter, we have in our system an ability to charge them for their portion of that bill. So I'm not sure what the bill's about, but I did see that and I was curious about that. So
Because see, I know in St. Louis County, like the sewer bill has to be in the property owner's name.
Yeah,
And
MSD does
then,
do that. MSD makes
right,
will not allow the tenant to put it in their name. So we get 100 tons of MSD bills, and we just turn around and put that on the tenant's ledger, and that's up to that goes when they pay their rent, they pay their sewer MSD bill too.
right, yeah. And normally what I do, I just kind of incorporate into the payment, the monthly payment,
Yeah,
try to do it that way. But also the, what is it? Not the water bill, but sewer and, oh, trash. Trash has to be in the landlord's name also. In the municipality where I normally deal at different places, they want that to be in the owner's name. So I don't know if they're talking about those or what, but yeah, that's
yeah. They
interesting.
pre-filing there was over 600 bills already entered, so it was kind of tough to go through them and get details on a lot of them.
Yeah, I know now that, see, I work for MSD, and they were told that they're getting ready to start coming after the large, like a lot of stores, large businesses who haven't paid sewer bills in years. It's like, I forgot, I think it's $100 something million is sitting out there that haven't been paid. So they're trying to work with people to pay them, but so they're not exactly starting to come after the little guy first, but eventually they will get down to them, and it'll be to the point where maybe they working with the water company will be able to turn off the water service, because they do in other parts of the country. When you don't pay your sewer bill, they can turn off the water service. But I think that's because they supply the same thing like in the city. So I don't know. But anyway, they say that's where they're working towards to get some of that money back.
Mhm.
And by the way, I said there were over 600 bills. I just checked. There's right now there's 795 bills pre-filed before session even starts. So
Holy cow.
Right. Yeah. A lot of bills. A lot
I
of,
hope they're
most
rested
of
up
them
and ready to go. Yeah, that's one of the things you can't get away from is death, taxes, and MSD bills. They just added that recently in the last couple of years. So you got to keep that in
yeah.
mind. Just try to
Yeah.
sell a property where somebody didn't pay it and see what happens.
Hmm.
They do find you. So very
I
good.
got hit with that when I bought a property, and the title company said there was nothing there, and then we got ready to close. MSD said, "Hey, we got this bill out there." So we told the title company, and they said, "All right," and they went back and forth, and we never heard about it again. But that was kind of crazy.
We used to negotiate those, but from what my understanding is, they don't negotiate those anymore. I know Dale Sweet, the attorney we had talking about the tax sales, was talking about that because they used a lot of times they used to waive those if the property had been sitting for back taxes for a while. But recently they've come out. I think there was a ruling somewhere. I'm not even sure where. It was in St. Louis County somewhere in the last few years, and now that's a very valid bill, and that's something that we all need to know when we're doing our due diligence. So maybe you could help us with that, James, on a future date on telling us what we need to do to keep that all up to date and where to look.
Okay, we'll see. Because I know we have a vacant property. They sent us a bill, so it's like,
Mhm.
what's going on here? So we're going back and forth with that. So
Yeah, years ago I bought a property in the city and it was empty for several months and I kept getting the water bill and the sewer bill. Finally, I actually was down at City Hall for something else and I asked them about that and they said they didn't care because you have so much of the street that you're responsible for runoff and everything else. So even if you weren't using the water, you got the
uh,
bills anyway. So
really,
yes,
okay, I haven't heard that one. I had to do some checking on that one.
I did pay it because I had no choice.
Right. Oh,
So
I get it, because they'll put a lien on your property in a minute.
they will. Mhm. All right, let's see. Okay, Jerry, Brian, you put your contact information in there. Thank you. And then Garrett, yeah, I seen you were there with the wholesale for vinyl planking. You want to tell us about that? Are you able to unmute there?
Yeah. Hi. Um, yeah, wholesale vinyl plank flooring here in St. Louis. I have two
warehouses full of product that I keep, about 150,000 square feet of vinyl plank. I sell to a lot of the local investors and contractors. Pickup or delivery available. Nice running line, good colors, good quality line. So just keep me in mind, give me a chance to earn your business.
Thank you. I see you've got a sample in there. And do you, what's the best contact information for you, Garrett?
Probably my phone, which is 314-570-7264. Also, I had a question if I could.
Sure.
I'm a new investor. My wife and I are getting into it, and I'm on a list with a lot of wholesalers and get, leads, but they're in areas that I don't necessarily want to be in. And it seems like the area that I want to be in, I just don't get much. So I'm considering a direct mail campaign. And so just wondering if thoughts on that, or people have leads on good companies that do that. Any feedback I would appreciate.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. Anybody have anything they want to share? I mean, I can give you my thoughts.
Hey, I just have a shout out really quickly, guys. When I owned my Tutor Doctor franchise before I came on board with Jim here,
Where are you looking, Garrett?
I used bark.com. So it's like bark like a dog, BARK.com. And it's basically you're paying for leads. They're fairly inexpensive though. So I think it just depends on your, your field. But I used that for education, people who needed tutoring services and things like that. And I've actually gotten Jim in there too. So I'm kind of monitoring the emails that come through who need, things in this field like cleaning and restoration and things. But I'm thinking you guys could probably get on bark.com and pay for leads too. They're fairly inexpensive to pay for those leads, but it's bark, BARK, bark like a dog.com. And you can go on there and put in your info and then put in keywords that what you're looking for and things. And then you'll get emails when somebody's looking for a real estate agent or like a tutor or like for cleaning and restoration or whatever your field is in.
Great. It's a great website. Bark like a dog, huh?
It is. It's a great website. And I'll tell you what, it was hit or miss with me with a Tutor Doctor. The first couple of years I was in business, it was great. I got a bunch of leads, lots of enrollments. But the last couple of years I was in business, it was kind of hit or miss. So, I mean, it could be great for you guys. It could be awful. And then I feel like the elite service on bark.com, it's almost like you have to pay for that to get the leads quicker. Because I feel like if you're not, paying for the elite service, I feel like you're getting them delayed. Those leads are delayed. And so it's like you might be the fifth or sixth person contacting them. So just kind of keep that in mind too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a great website. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. And Garrett, let me just ask you a couple questions. The best way probably to share stuff like that with our group is just say what you're actually looking for. Can you tell me what area, just if you don't mind me asking you a couple questions, what area are you actually looking for in looking at?
So more the Highway 44 corridor. So as far out as like Pacific and Gray Summit through Valley Park, Eureka, Fenton, Manchester, Sunset Hills, that sort of areas where I think I want to be in.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay. And what, is there a certain dollar amount you'd like to stay into between, as far as what
well, we're looking for both rentals and flips. And so it's kind of different, with depending on the numbers. I think we'll look at looking for value add, something that I could put my flooring and cabinets into, not necessarily something that's half burned down, but that needs some work. And so, so the range is kind of big, rentals, maybe something more on 200 and less, and maybe a little bit higher if it's a flip.
Okay. And you're not looking for something that's a full rehab as far as a gut rehab or something like that, maybe a burnout. You're not looking for that. You're looking for something that you could, I mean, I'm trying to get the scope down, I guess, of what you're really looking for, because there's a wide variety, when you start looking at properties.
Yeah, definitely a rehab that needs work, just not so far as, like I said, a half burned down property. I don't think I want to go that far, but definitely something that needs work.
Okay. But like roofs and updates, all that type of thing, is
Sure.
what kind of, and flooring, of course, is what you're
Yeah.
looking for, something that needs new floors. And I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah, okay. All right.
The last one we did was a roof and water heater, HVAC, and then the entire interior was updated. So that's okay.
Okay. And you're looking for something that you're paying cash for, is that correct? Is that how you're looking to do this for the most part?
Yes.
Okay. What about anything that would be somewhat creative, where if somebody had something that might need some work, but taking over payments and that type of thing also, or are you just looking for a straight deal, either for a flip or for a buy and hold for rental?
I think mostly a straight deal right now.
Okay.
Being new, I just want to stay in my area and stay in a comfort zone until I get a little bit better at this.
Exactly. Okay. Very good. And if you don't mind mentioning your contact information one more time.
Sure. My number is 314-570-7264.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. It
Thanks,
kind
Mike.
of helps a little bit if you kind of narrow it down, because then if somebody runs into something, I know we all run into stuff at different times, and just think, oh, hey, that's one for Garrett,
Mhm.
So very good. Thank
I
you.
dropped it in the chat here, but hey, Garrett, by the way, I know Garrett from a bunch of other different events. How you doing? I mentioned in the chat, Garrett is great with two R's and two T's, because I always want to remember you have two R's, two T's. Very important. Justin Dosey from Ballpoint Marketing, they do a ton of this direct mail marketing campaigns, especially for real estate wholesalers. I dropped his contact info in the chat there. Garrett, you might have met him already.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I have spoken to him actually, but thank you, Brian with a Y.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Very good. Good way to remember names. I love it.
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I'm a fairly new investor, and I've been using my own money to invest in. I have three properties so far, well, which is good. But I've been trying to find like a private lender or a hard money lender, so I won't have to keep using my own money. And do you guys have any suggestions on any companies, that are willing to lend to new investors? Because that's what I've been coming across. That they're saying that I'm too new of an investor, even though I have three properties under my belt. But it's getting hard, to keep funding all of these properties, with my own money, because as of now, I still really haven't had any income yet. One is still, on the market to sell. I just purchased one, a duplex in St. Louis, and I have another one that's going to be closing in a couple of days. But it's getting a little rough to do the rehab and I mean the homes in St. Louis, as you guys know, it's really inexpensive to get. But then when it comes to the rehab, it does get a little costly. So just any insights on anyone that can refer, some good lending companies.
Yeah, that's always that's always an issue, because if you run into good deals, you will run out of your money. I mean, I don't
Yes.
care how much money you got. That's absolutely
Yes.
key.
Yeah,
But that's a good
and I want to
problem.
keep going. I want to keep going. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, that's a good problem. Yeah, we have some hard money lenders in our group. I don't see any here today. I know we
Okay.
have, there are a couple that come to the regular meeting. They're here sometimes. Ron Nash was one. And then what's his buddy's name? He's a doctor. David Randolph's another one. He'll actually loan you the money to buy the house, do the rehab, make the payments for you, and and help you do the marketing, everything. And he always brags that he's the most expensive you'll ever see, but not a dime comes out of your pocket. And one of the funny things I like about David is he'll just say that if you find somebody more expensive, let him know so he can raise his rates. Okay, but if the deal makes sense, it makes sense, and he does make sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars on the deals.
Mm.
I know there's Ron Nash, I mentioned, he says, go with Nash for the cash or something. I forgot what his tagline is. He shows up a lot of times at the meetings and he has money. I'll see if I can I don't have their information in front of me right now, but I could
Okay.
probably, we could probably get that for you. Let me make a note. And if you want to show up next week, I can see if I'll talk to them and get their contact information for you,
Okay.
Serena, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
that'd be wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be happy to do that.
I have a
Serena,
couple of
I use Longhorn Investments on my first flip, and they charge 12% interest, so they're much more reasonable
Hmm.
than other hard money lenders. They do require, I think you have to have a certain amount in the bank to show them and you have to show your credit score. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, you don't have to show them any other documentation.
Mm-hmm.
They were really easy for me to work with.
Oh,
So they
okay.
charge 12%, and then I think there's like 2 or 3 points extra.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more flips you do with them, I think if you get to your third flip, they'll reduce your interest rate.
Okay.
So I think it can go down to as low as 10% potentially.
Okay.
I know you can do different lengths of terms. I did a 6 month. I think you can also do a 9 month. They will have draw fees. So if you can find a way to only do like maybe 2 to 3 draws for your whole renovation,
Mm-hmm.
you can save a little bit because they'll have fees. It's like a couple $100. And they will do, so they only want to do the purchase and the renovation. So you would have to borrow all of the money from them. So they won't just offer you money just for to buy the house or just for the renovation. You have to do both with them.
Oh, okay.
But
Now,
yeah,
is there, I know some of them have like a maximum amount. Like I know some companies said, okay, has to be for the purchase and for the rehab has to be a total of like 100K.
yeah.
And sometimes, that's not the case, with some of the homes that, I've been acquiring is not up to 100K, to purchase and to fix up. So are they one of those two that they have a certain amount that you have to borrow?
They might be. I'm not sure. So
Okay.
you would have to check with them. Lawrence Hopkins is, I think, the guy
Hopkins.
that I used with
Yeah.
Longhorn Investments.
Mhm.
You can, I think, just Google Longhorn Investments
Okay.
and you should be able to find them.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and they
Actually,
also, I think they just recently changed their structure to now when you borrow money, you only have to pay interest on the amount that you're borrowing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say you have a $50,000 renovation budget. If you're only borrowing 20% or 20,000 for the first few months, you're only paying on that amount.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not have to paying the full amount up front.
Oh, okay, okay. And then,
actually,
do you know that, oh, I'm sorry. Do you know if that company, is it just in like St. Louis or do they, have other cities where they will help?
They,
Because
yeah,
I'm in
they,
Las Vegas, so I would want to get some stuff done in Las Vegas
oh
as
yeah,
well.
I lived in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, I just moved
Um,
here in May. I love it.
yeah. They are in other areas, so specific areas. I'm not sure if they're in Vegas, but you would have to check.
Okay, but they're definitely in St. Louis that I
Yeah,
can.
for sure.
Okay, okay, thank
ac-
you.
actually, Longhorn does have a minimum now. They used to go below 100. They're at now it has to be at least 100 for them to
Mm,
lend on it. And I think that
okay.
includes the rehab also. But
Mm-hmm.
another place because I either use Longhorn or Faster Funds. Now, Faster Funds, they strictly loan in the St. Louis area. Um,
Okay.
but they're also good to work with. And once you have a little history with them,
Mm-hmm.
they'll even loan it quicker. They actually loaned one for me last year. From the time I got it under contract to closing was like 3 days.
Oh,
But
that's quick. Okay.
I've also had like 4 or 5 loans with them. So once you got a little history and they know you, they do work with you, but they're conservative on their numbers. They're not. They'll go out there like the day after you get the contract and walk the property with you and make sure the numbers all work. But those are the two that I usually use is Longhorn or Faster Funds.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Great information. Thank you, John. Thank you,
Yeah,
Victoria.
thanks everybody.
Yeah. And I'll see about getting those other ones for you for next week because we do have some local ones here in our group. So,
Okay,
Oh,
thank
oh,
you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
mhm.
another thing about Faster Funds, they used to use a third party for their rehab draw. Now they give you the option to use them because I'm doing that on the one I'm working on right now. And they use it through an app and they charge you 200 per draw and I'm only making like 2 draws, but I got my money back the next day. I did a draw on Monday and they went through it, took pictures, put in what I was requesting, and actually got the okay for the check the next day. They guarantee you within 48 hours if everything looks right, they'll get you your money back within 48 hours.
Okay, I love that turnaround. Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
Do you have any contact information for them, John?
No, she'll just have to look it up. It's Faster Funds Lending, and they're located, I think it's O'Fallon, Missouri, somewhere. Oh, they have a monthly meetup also, but she'll have to just look it up.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I see Brian already did.
Brian's always on it.
I move quick. I type fast. I move fast. Yeah. So
Appreciate it.
what he's mentioning is
Okay.
Buyers Club. Buyers Club is the kind of faster funds adjacent meeting, and I think they're done for the year. They just the last one in November and starting back up in January.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Mhm. Very good. Well, there's some funds for you, Serena. Sounds like you got a couple of possibilities there. And we'll get you some more. That's always a big thing. And sometimes we have a lot of funders come in and sometimes we don't. So you just never know. But we've been putting them together. We started putting together a resource book a couple of years ago, and it drug out. Some people wanted to get in it, some didn't. So, and I'm actually playing around with the idea of digging that back out so we know who's who. So if you want to be in there and say what your services are or even what you're looking for, a lot of times you get really specific on what you're looking for because some of us are just investors and we don't really think we have a service to offer, although you'd be surprised. And if you're always looking for, for deals around where your properties are too, even if they're not in your area or something in your wheelhouse, I almost don't like that term, but people use it. But you can also refer it and bring them here or bring them to other investors. So we can all share stuff and that's what's good about the networking group. So let's see, go to the Buyers Club. Missy's asking, okay. All right. Okay. Did I miss anything here? Let's see. A lot of good conversations today. We'll have the James Dana. You had a question there? Go ahead. Did you have something you wanted to say? I think you're muted, James.
There we go. Yeah, I wanted to ask Victoria if she ever did a walkthrough.
I did. Yeah, we had it on Sunday.
Oh, shoot, I missed it.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you want to look at it online, I can, well, it's 3075 Blackwood Drive in Florissant. I don't know. I think the zip code is 63033, maybe. But you can look at the photos online if you want. Yeah, I think we had about 10 or 12 people, so really great group. Lloyd Aylander, actually from the group, was there, and he came to check it out. And I see John on here from Covalent Capital. I don't know if he's still on, but yeah, he was there as well. So everybody was
Okay.
pretty surprised with how amazing it looked. And actually, it was my first time seeing it in person. So even I was impressed. I was like, the photos just didn't do it any justice. It's always better to see in person. So yeah, it was really great.
Very good. Do you have pictures before and after, Victoria?
I have video of before. But yeah, if you want to see the after photos, I don't know, John, if you want to pull up the address, you could probably pull up the listing for the after.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I'll do that after a while. I've got a whole bunch of stuff sitting right here. But yeah, maybe you can share them with us next week. I know we're coming up towards the top of the hour, but I think that's the conversation we could get into that would go a little deeper because I know you have a lot of extensive experience in that. And I know we've been talking about it with the holidays. It was coming up, but maybe if you wouldn't mind putting together just a couple minutes, you could share that with us maybe next week or the week after.
Yeah, I can do
I'd love
that.
to do that.
And I have my own flip that I just closed on last week. So if anybody's interested in doing a walkthrough of the before, I can get that scheduled. So if anyone here is interested, you can reach out to me and just let me know. But I'll do a before walkthrough, so I'll explain to you guys what I will be doing with the property. It's already mostly fixed up. So I'm just going to be putting my designer touches on it to make it look better and turn around and put it on the market. We're probably going to be done next month. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. And then I'll also do an after walkthrough with that property. That property's in South County, so it's a little bit more central, probably to more people. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great, Victoria. And let's say you design kitchens and things like that. You want to just tell us about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. So one of the services that I'm a professional interior designer. I've been designing for 28 years now. I work on flips primarily. I also sell kitchen cabinets. So if anybody's looking for kitchen cabinets, they can come, they can ship sometimes as fast as 3 days if you want unassembled cabinets, and they usually don't take more than potentially 10 days to ship if you want assembled. So I have various door colors and styles. I have some that I think a lot of people don't offer out here. So if you're looking for something a little bit more interesting, definitely reach out. My pricing is really well priced, pretty competitive with everyone else in the market. These cabinets are plywood box construction, dovetail drawers, soft close drawers and hinges. So they're really quality cabinets. So yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested, you can contact me. My business line is 872-444-6681. If you're interested in doing any walkthroughs, if you want cabinets, you can text or call that number. I did just get on TikTok, Missy, so I'll probably start following you. I'm like trying to get this social media thing nailed down because I have a lot of information to share and I want to, be able to help other investors. I'm also on Instagram. And I'm on Facebook, so if you look up Inspired House, you can find me on all the social media channels now. And I did also just get on Sora and started making some AI videos of myself last night, which was really crazy. So,
Oh, fun. Can't wait to see those.
yeah.
And how long did you say you've been doing this, Victoria?
Yeah, it's 28 years now. So,
28. So you started when you were 1.5.
right.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I
Got it.
started as a kitchen and bath designer at Home Depot actually on Manchester, just down from our group where the group meets monthly. So, yeah, I was a teenager when I started, and
Very
I've been
nice.
doing it ever since. Commercial, residential, hospitality, all over the world. I've designed hotels in China and Cabo and all over. So,
China, huh?
yeah. Yeah, I designed a Renaissance hotel in Shanghai when I was working for an architecture firm. I've designed spas and restaurants, nightclubs. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Very good. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, 28 years. That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't know how I can say that I've been doing something for that long, but yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you. We appreciate you sharing that.
John, before we leave, I just wanted to give a little FYI to the group. I'm not sure if we have any HUD landlords on right now, but just in case, HUD is having an issue providing the rentals or the rent this month. I did not get my HUD rent until yesterday for December. And yeah, it was the housing authority. They didn't seem to have a lot of information, and HUD was slow on providing information and an explanation on what was going on. And the explanation was vague, but we know what's happening. So anyway, just a heads up in case there are some HUD landlords on the call.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual too, because usually they're pretty timely.
Yes. And the thing was that, they always send you your receipt for the deposit. And I got the receipt on December 2nd. But by the 5th, there was no deposit in the account. So I reached out to the housing authority, and they seemed to not know what was happening either. But finally, it came yesterday.
Okay. Wow, that is kind of late for them, but I'm glad you got it.
Very late.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't continue to happen. So that's why, I'm just giving a heads up.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Yolanda.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure you guys are still, with the tornado and everything that's happened this year, still have some housing needs too at St. Patrick's. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, Ella was very, she did a great presentation on what's happening. The next meeting is going to be on Thursday, and there'll be more information at that meeting, and I can send that information, the meeting information to you, John, when I get it.
That would be
Jonathan
great.
usually sends it on Thursday morning, and I can forward that to you.
Okay, that's Thursday morning. Now, is that a meeting that we can attend, or is that just one?
Oh, absolutely. No. Remember at the landlord event, they put that QR code on the screen, and that was so people could come, start coming
Right.
to the meetings.
Okay,
So
because
yeah,
I
it's
just
open to everyone.
okay. So that'll be this Thursday, and what time is that?
3:30.
3:30. Okay. And
p.m.
even
Yeah.
if the website's not updated, because I know that was the thing,
Yeah, right.
will
Sorry
it be
about
okay?
Yes,
Same
absolutely.
link?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so.
All right. That's all I need to know. And I've got it on my calendar then.
I can confirm it's the same link, John. Yeah. Even
Okay.
if the website's not updated.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. It's a big deal because I know we have a lot of website issues that aren't updated all the time. So it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to make sure it's the same link as it was my question. So thank you very
Yes,
much.
it is.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share with us today? We're just a minute after the hour, and I want to be respectful of your time. I appreciate all the great information today, good conversations. We always have a good group, but I appreciate everybody coming in today and adding a lot of value, because that's what we're here to do, is help each other, and we appreciate that.
Linda, I was just going to ask you a question. Is there any way you could put your contact info into the chat for us? I'm just a past president of Kiwanis Club, Crestwood Sunset Hills Kiwanis Club, and with St. Patrick's Center, that's a nonprofit, correct? So
yes,
we have a lot of nonprofits who apply for our major gifts grant every single year, and it just made me think of you. And so I would love to email you the updated major gifts application. If you have an email, I can write it down and shoot that to you sometime early next week. The deadline is July to fill it out and finish it and stuff.
Okay, I
That's
just
great.
put it, Sarah, in the chat.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'll
welcome.
write that down and I'll shoot that over to you soon.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes.
Great connections. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hello,
Excellent.
John. Could you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a fairly new investor here in St. Louis, and I was seeing, do you guys provide any type of mentorship or anyone I can hook up with? I do have a couple of property through some friends. They willing to sell, but I just want to make sure I kind of dot my I's and cross my T's to do everything right. I know one of them, he's moving out of the country and he have a house in Florida, and he will be moving like in June. And also I got another friend, she got a condo and she's just getting over cancer. Actually, she just rang the bell a few days ago, and she have a condo in Florissant as well. So, but I want to make sure I do everything correctly.
Sure, General. Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, we have a lot of people that are very helpful in our group right here. One of the things about our group that's a little different than a lot of them there is we are nonprofit going into it, which does, you just kind of look and see who you're getting your information from. Since you're new, that's one of the greatest questions you could ask right out of the gate. And I know there's a lot of people that can help you here. Really, it depends on what you're wanting to do. Your question's going to get into a lot deeper conversation than just a real quick answer here. What we could do, maybe, did you put your, let's see, it looked like you put your contact information in the chat. What I'll do, if it's okay, is I'll go ahead and reach out to you and send you a couple of links to a couple of things to start off and just see what you're wanting to do and how you're, if and see what works best for you and for the people you're with. Because one of the things I know we talk about a lot is a win-win-win situation, because there's always at least three parties, and you brought that up and made a good example of that because you're trying to help your friends out. Then you also need to win also, but so do the people that you're dealing with, whether it's the end buyers or renters or whatever the situation is. So if that's okay, I'll go ahead and reach out to you this afternoon and just maybe talk to you a little bit and see if see if we can kind of steer you in the right direction, if that's okay.
Okay, then. Thanks. I just posted my phone number.
Oh, okay, very good. Thank you. Yeah, I'll give you a call after a while, once I get the rendition put up on YouTube. It should be, I always say by midnight. It should be before midnight today because I don't think I'm going anywhere other than working on stuff right here. So it should be fairly quickly. I'll give you a call though, and we'll just see if we can get you in the right direction and get you with the right people to work with, if that's all right.
All right. Thanks again, John.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in too. And this is really a good place to, because we do have different people come in every week. So this is a good place to get your connections too and find out recommendations, who other people use. You get referrals for our contractors and things like that. Funding was something that got brought up today. We do have funders here sometimes. Sometimes we don't see them because they're out doing their funding or whatever they do. Same thing with the contractors. We have a lot of people that come and go, and that's one reason we like to have our replays. But yeah, we could definitely get you in the right direction with some good people.
All right. Thanks. God bless you.
All right. And you too. We appreciate that. Great time of year. And I really do appreciate everybody coming in. I know it takes time out of your busy schedules, and we're all busy right now. We all got families and friends and stuff going on, and but we still appreciate coming here because this is part of our family too. So we all appreciate you guys.
I always look forward to coming here.
Yes. Thank you, Linda. You're a blessing yourself too. Thank you.
Yes, we do.
So I guess we'll plan on meeting next week. If anybody has anything in the meantime before we go, this is a great time to say it. Otherwise, I do thank you again. And you guys have a great week.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right, you
Bye.
too. You guys.
Take care.